lot. Now, as I've been warning everybody, it's early days yet. Um, Plus, there's been talks about, what's going on with the BBC and whatnot. And I'm like, ugh. Everybody's like, RT, we need a subscription service. Well, I'm like, RTD already laid down to you what a subscription service like HBO would be. And it's like, people think they'd be getting this big grand thing. And it's like, come on, you got people out there who don't even want to pay a license fee. You think they're just going to subscribe to something? But that's a whole nother thing. Now, remember, yesterday I made a big announcement. I'm like, guys, look, like I said, I don't want to say that's 100% true because I've had misinformation thrown my way, especially by the BBC before. Like I said, I keep telling everybody, rule number one, the doctor lies. Rule number zero, the primary rule comes before even that. The showrunners lie. And they have to maintain, some sort of, thing. So you have something to be surprised by at the end of the show. A little bit of mystery and all that. Something to look forward to. And it's getting harder and harder to do that in the age of information, the age of what I call the age of the internet. And, pretty soon, well, then again, it's probably true now. Somebody can hack into a satellite and tell me the temperature of my ass in this car seat as I sit here talking to you. And, keeping secrets has become a very difficult thing. And it's not that they want to lie to you, it's the fact that, they want to keep that secret. They want it to be a surprise. Oh. Now, like I said, the whole DT thing, like I said, that could be misinformation being thrown our way. Maybe not. But like I said, it's way early days yet. Let's see how the story evolves before we go running, screaming to the mountain and hopping off the other scale and flying towards the clouds or whatever, just going crazy. Now everyone's going on and on still about Danny Dyer, and I'm like, I don't see it. I don't see RTD going to a 44-year-old guy unless it's somebody, he has a better working knowledge of. And especially somebody off of such a popular show, I don't know. Now, could they go with a total unknown? Very possible. Because that's worked before. You had Matt Smith in there. He was probably, like the youngest doctor since Dave Davison at that point. And it's just been a weird couple days. Well, I originally thought that myself. Someone said they think of a waste of regeneration. All that. I was like, well, it's not like you have a limited number anymore. That's one of the things, the Timeless Child brought up. Now, some of you have had your misgivings about, the whole ending of that. And I'm like, as you can see, if you go back and watch the Omega Files, I was not thrilled at all with the fact that, for Flux, they brought back Tectayun. Me, I'd have left that out there as an unknown variable. I am also the fact they had to confirm the whole story, and I wouldn't have. I'd have left it as vague as hell. This way, the fans can turn it into what they want it to be without going ape shit because it was on there saying, well, no, it is canon, it is decreed, it is, so I really wish they hadn't gone that route with Flux. Like I said, I didn't rate the last episode or so highly, if I remember right. It's just, plus too many unnecessary characters who contributed nothing to the plot in the end. And I'm like, other than go, oh, look, here's what's their name. And I'm like, oh, look, here's a cute little love story. And I'm like, and what did they have to do with the Flux? Really not much. Oh, but it's just a windy morning out here. I like that. I got all dressed up and it's in the 40s out here for a change. So this is like swimsuit weather. Plus the wind was just pounding on the way in. I'm like, oh, I hate it when the wind does that because that means we're going to probably either lose the cable or the power. Well, luckily most of our power lines are underground out here. So, as are some of the cable. So, but still, we've had it happen before in the past where, Ugh. But like I said, don't go freaking out yet. Remember, this is early days. And like I said, they can, always change things at this point. Filming has not yet started. It won't start probably for another month or two. And as far as we know, no, don't do that to yourself. Well, they kind of did. If the doctor is the timeless child, Alistair, that means, yeah, they never put a cap on it. And remember, they established in, oh heck, what am I thinking? Oh, back there in that, still the Cybermaster thing. That, what do you call it? The Time Lords, who were the city dwellers, were limited to 12 generations. Ugh. But me, like I said, you all ought to know my feeling on, immortal super creatures by now. To me, immortal characters, immortal super characters are boring. Canon is whatever idea. That's a good one. Canon is whatever idea I had on the toilet that morning. Yeah, like I said, Moffat, he did his bit to piss me off. Like I said, what he did to the Zygons was just unforgivable. It's like he turned them into a complete joke. It's like, I'm sitting there thinking, why would you keep live prisoners if you don't need the body print machine anymore? And you see what I mean? It kind of like, what's the point? Why did they keep Elizabeth around if they already replaced her? Nobody's going to question a monarch, It's like, you didn't need the original. Why is she still gallivanting around screwing up your plan? It just didn't make any sense to me. Plus, now they can shape change from anything from a bunny rabbit up to a horse. Made it silly. Like he does with all his villains half the time. That's not when he's turning his companions into immortal super creatures. With the exception of Amy and Rory, who he shot back to the past because Karen Gillan didn't want Amy Pond killed off, but didn't want her brought back in a way that she could be brought back easily. Or kissed off in a way that she could be brought back easily. And I'm like, really? But then again, now Karen Gillan's making more money than the BBC will ever see. So we got a little ways to go yet before we start getting more details on what's going on. As we know, RTD and the gang are got geared up and getting things ready for the 60th. I know, it's like that. They hold Moffat up in such high esteem, and it's like he had his share of plot holes. He did a lot of stuff that didn't make any damn sense. Yet everybody bought it because there was a cute speech and a cry at the end of the episode. And Brian Blessed's a little far down the pike now to play the Doctor. Like I said, I love the actor. The man, I think he's hilarious as hell. But he's a little far down the pike now to do it. I don't think they'd go that far. It's not like, we have to remember, sadly, when he's of a certain age now, there's no way he's going to be running around on set. Let's see here. Well, it's getting towards that time. I really should be getting in the building. So, all I can say is this, folks. For you folks who freaked out, you see, Mike, I agree with you. I don't know why everybody was harping on Chibs when he made the Daleks actually frightening again. He made them back into what they are. Same thing with the Sontarans. He took the Sontarans back to where they should be instead of being comic relief. Like I said, nothing against Strax. I love the character Strax and all that. I think he's hilarious. But it's like, suddenly the whole Sontaran race is a joke. Well, I got to get going, folks. I just realized I got a couple of minutes before I got to run in the door. I want to join you. I want to thank you all for joining me this morning. Like I said, I just, wanted to throw some random thoughts out there. Don't freak out about whole day. The photo of Mark. Yeah. I saw that too, and I'm like, wait a minute, that's celery on his lapel. I agree with that one guy. Well, I got to get running inside now. I want to thank you all for joining me this morning, but like I said, work calls, and I got to run inside. So take care, everyone out there. Be safe, be kind, be careful, and enjoy the rest of your day. And we'll hopefully see you in the future. Take care now.